This is changing how we search, how we browse, and this is just wild. All right, ChatGPT has done it again. They have launched their Atlas browser, currently available to Pro and Plus members only on Mac OS, and we have lots to cover. So let's get started. I am on their announcement page here on chatgpt.com/Atlas. These are all the things that they have launched, and we're going to go through each and every one of these features, show you how this works. And I've been using it for maybe 12 hours. So far, I'm loving it. So let's dive right into it. I've downloaded it for my Mac OS. Let's open a new tab. And when you open a new tab, the first thing you see is a familiar browser interface. I imported all my Google browsing history and my bookmarks. So everything was pretty seamless. You can import from Google and Safari. And now this is your familiar ChatGPT/browser window that you're looking at. From here, I can either use the search functionality or I can directly go to a URL. So if I can want to go to booking.com, that's my direct URL I can go to, or I can just search booking, and then it's going to give me that familiar Google search type results where I have my first link, then further links down here. So we have the booking.com search results, and you'll notice that when I just search for the word, it automatically enabled web search and then showed me the results. And then I can also see the web results here. I can see images for booking.com. Now this isn't creating images on the fly, it's still searching the web for images. Same thing for videos and news articles. So that's how the browsing experience works as far as search. Pretty easy to use. From here, what we can do is we can go to a site. I am on a Medium article, and this is where the power of ChatGPT's browser comes in, is the Ask ChatGPT feature. So if I click this Ask ChatGPT, it takes this URL right away and opens it on the side of your already existing window. And now I can interact with this website, ask questions to ChatGPT about this specific article. So I'm prompting here, summarize this and give me the top 3 takeaways. From here, I can access the full ChatGPT menu that I'm already used to in my ChatGPT experience. But a couple of other things here, I can either attach the tab. Now, even though I have the option to attach the tab, it's grayed out because that tab is already attached. If it wasn't attached, I can do this, and that will attach that specific tab that you're currently on. And then I can also attach a screenshot, and that automatically takes a screenshot of this tab and attaches it. But the screenshot is only for the visible part of the page. So just keep that in mind, that it's not taking a screenshot of the entire page. So I'll remove that screenshot for now. And my prompt here is summarize this and give me the top 3 takeaways. Now this is great because currently this experience lives only inside the ChatGPT window, where you have to put in the website, put it in search mode, and then give these prompts. But now I can give these prompts right within the browser. So here it is. It explains 21 high risk, high reward passive income strategies, and then my top 3 key takeaways from it. So while I'm browsing through the article, I can also get my prompts going at the same time. Another thing you can do here is you can highlight a piece of text and simply ask ChatGPT about that piece of text that you want further clarification on. And on the right side here, now you can see it shows I have selected a piece of text and now I'm about to interact with it. So my follow-up prompt is give me a featured image prompt. Based on this, it should know the context of just that text that I had selected. And then based on that, it's giving me the image prompt. Now I can take that prompt and put it in my favorite image generator to create that image. One more thing, when you're in your chat mode here to the right, you can also open this menu, and within here you can switch to a different chat if you want to go back to a previous chat and just continue your conversation in the moment with ChatGPT. So you're in the flow, you're doing your things, you remember, hey, I also want to do this. You can quickly switch to that chat from this window. You can also open it in a new tab, you can open a brand new chat, or you can just delete this chat. This, according to me, is one of the most important things, because now all the chats that I'm doing on these websites are clogging up in my chat experience on the left here and will show up when I go in my regular chat GPT experience, whether on the app or on the web. All right, so next we are going to look at agent mode. And for this, I've opened a new tab. I'm going to click on agent mode. And then from here, I'm going to describe my task. Now you can do this in logged in or logged out mode, and this isn't logged in and logged out of your ChatGPT account. This is the account that you want the agent to take action on. And I would highly recommend the logged out mode if this is going to be on a site which you're giving the agent autonomy to go and book something and pay for it, even though there are checks and balances that we'll see in a few. So I'm in agent mode. You can see here it says ready to take your task. I have given it my task. So at this point, it should understand, okay, this is for booking.com. It's looking at my request, figuring out the details of my request, and now it has opened a browser window so you can see the agent autonomously working and executing my command. So here it's finding the hotel, looking for my criteria. It's already put in the dates, which was December 12th through the 19th. It's put in Space Needle for the location and for 2 adults. And then I had said that only show me hotels that are 8 plus ratings. So the agent went on site, found where that filter is, applied the filter, and now it's applying other filters, right? My breakfast filter, 3-star hotel, and now it's sorting through these results. Now at the bottom, you can see I can hit take control at any moment and go in and start working with this agent right within this browser window. So all my filters are applied, as you can see, 8 plus rating, breakfast included, the dollar amount, 95 to $155 per night, and then 3-star hotel. So while this is happening, I can browse to a completely different window and I will get a notification once that task is complete. Or you can just come back to the tab where the agent is working and keep up with the progress. But the idea is that you can browse away while you have this agent on the side doing the task for you. All right, so it took maybe like 45 seconds, a minute. I didn't have to sit there and sift through the results. I have the results now ready for me based on my filters. So now I can look at my hotels that have been shortlisted for me and go ahead and make that booking. And then also on the right side here, I have a table that was created for me with all the hotels that fit that criteria. And then just by looking at it, I can see that the Residence Inn has the most highest rating. So I would scroll down and look at that. It's 8.5 and that's my total cost. And then I can go ahead and make that booking. So my follow-up prompt is which of these are pet friendly? Now again, the agent's going to kick in and look at that, or I can take control here at this time and just go and enable the pet friendly filter on that booking.com site. So for now, what I'm going to do is hit stop so I can show you the rest of the cool stuff that we can do with ChatGPT. So for this next one, we are going to go through my bookmarks and let's pick a random recipe here. Here's one for chicken cacciatore. All right, so my prompt is give me all the ingredients needed and sort them by food category. While that's going on, let me show you some of the settings. So from ChatGPT's menu here, again, this is only available on Mac right now. I can go in here and look at my settings. It shows me how many days I've been using ChatGPT and how many hours I have been using Atlas. So I've been using it for 19 hours. I can also set Atlas as my default browser. And if I do that, I get some extended limits for 7 days on messaging, file uploads, and data analysis. I don't know what my current limits are on any of that, but I know that I'll get it extended if I set it as my default browser. Then I can choose the tab styles. So right now I have the classic tabs, but I can change them to scrolling tabs. And I don't really know what that does other than change the user interface a bit. And our theme, you can set that here. I right now have the green accent color, but I can also change the accent color of the tabs up top here, and then some of these other settings. Now, the one interesting one here that I personally like is the instructions for the agent mode. So right now I don't have any instructions in here, but I can go and ask ChatGPT what this agent mode should do whenever I am using that agent mode. So that's pretty helpful. And then under data controls, I typically like to keep this off so that ChatGPT is not training its model on my data and my searches. The rest of these are controls for your chat, not for this browser. But the browser related one is web browsing. And here you can again go and change some of your settings for web browsing. And then finally under personalization, what I like is referencing saved memories. So as you continue browsing, ChatGPT is going to keep tab just like any other browser on your browsing history and save your browser memories, and that helps for you to go back and search your history. So to show you how that works, first let's go back to our recipe here. You can see now all of this has been laid out for us in a category based format. So what's the protein, what are the seasonings, the vegetables, canned goods, etc. And now I can say, okay, can we go ahead and add this on my Instacart account? So my follow-up prompt is, can you add all of this to my Instacart? Give it a go, and then at this point, agent mode should take over and go and add those ingredients to your Instacart account. So it's saying I can use the browser to open Instacart and all the ingredients. Would you like me to continue? Yes. Now Instacart allows you to do not logged in mode, I should say, where ChatGPT should be able to browse the website, add all the ingredients, and then allow you to log in for that final purchase. So here you can see I have a follow-up message from ChatGPT that says it looks like Instacart requires to be logged in. So my follow-up prompt, continue using logout mode. Let's give that a shot, and now it should go and start adding those ingredients. All right, so this is something you will need to get used to as you start using Atlas, and also something that's going to improve as we continue to get updates pushed is some of these manual interventions. Again, this is iteration 1 of Atlas. I'm sure there is a lot more updates to come. So now we're going to let it do its thing while I show you some of the other things you can do. So for this next one, I'm inside my Gmail account and I have this email from my kids' school. And in this email, there is this image that says, hey, we have Red Ribbon Week coming up. So from this email, I open it up in Gmail, then open ChatGPT, and my prompt here was, give me in table format the colors, themes for each of the day. So I want essentially all of this in a table format. But because this is an image, ChatGPT could not find it. There was a follow-up question saying, would you like me to search the school site for it? And because it can read the from email domain, it went through that website. I said, yes, sure. And then it broke it down for me. I didn't have to do any search. And here's the table format of the calendar for this upcoming week and what are the colors that the kids should be wearing. Then from there, I decided to reply back to the school. So here's my fully composed email. And at this point, I can highlight this and interact with ChatGPT to make the changes that I want to make to this email. So my follow-up prompt is make it shorter and funnier. Now it's going to condense the email, make it a little bit funny, and then I can send it to the teacher. All right, so here's my updated email. All I need to do is hit update. That gets inserted into my email and off it goes. Let's go and check back on our Instacart order and see how far that has come along. All right, so looks like we got stuck in this toast message here and ChatGPT wasn't able to continue because of this message, but I had tried this earlier and you can see that for a different recipe, chicken marsala, I had done the exact same thing and I was able to find all the ingredients, add it to my cart, and all I needed to do is go hit checkout and my shopping was done by an agent. This is just wild. And then there's a few more things to show you. One is pick up where you left off. So going through your browsing history and trying to find that one website that you visited, now that is easier with ChatGPT. So for that, I'll open a new tab and here I'll give it a prompt to find my browsing history. So here's my prompt. I was looking for homes in Breckenridge, Colorado. I've asked it to go search my browsing history. And when you import your bookmarks from Chrome or Safari, your browsing history is also imported into ChatGPT. And this is why you're able to go back and search for a date that was prior to Atlas's public launch. So here's everything that I searched on October 14th, and then I can go back and interact with those tabs. So for my next trick, my prompt is, what events do I have on my calendar for next week? So at this point, ChatGPT is interacting with my Google Calendar, and it's giving me all the events that are listed on my Google Calendar for next week. So here are my calendars for next week, and then it's giving me a follow-up prompt. Would you like me to summarize this into a quick daily reminder or add any alerts? Super helpful. So that is how you can search your calendar, you can search your emails. So there is a lot that Atlas can do, but can it do more? I'm back in my Gmail, and here let's ask it to find any recurring subscription charges that might be in my inbox. So my question to ChatGPT is, find me any recurring fee services in my inbox. At this point, it should look through my inbox and look for anything that looks like it might be a monthly subscription fees. So it's going through and finding there was a Google Play order on October 21st. Then I'm paying for Runway, so it found that Runway subscription. Then I am also paying for a domain, so it's found that domain subscription in here as well, so on and so forth. So you can easily find things in your Gmail without having to do the search. You can ask ChatGPT to do that search for you. Now let's do one last thing. I want to go find some new shoes for me. So I'm going to go search for on-cloud shoes. This is going to potentially replace Google search, right? Because now I'm searching right within ChatGPT. Here it is showing me on-cloud shoes, but I want to actually go to their site. So I'm going to go to this search here and see what are the top links. And let's just go to their main link here. I did notice that when I do these click-throughs, the browser is a little slow on getting me to that link. But here we are on the OnCloud Shoes website, and I'm going to go pick a random shoe here just to show you how you can continue to interact with ChatGPT on every single website. So here we are. This is the shoe that I'm looking at. I can go ask ChatGPT. My question is this a good shoe for those who have had plantar fasciitis? I'm going to go send it to ChatGPT. It's going to go look at this website, look at the description of the shoe, use its own LLM powers, and then finally come back to me with the result. I didn't have to do any search anywhere else. All right, so here's the results. And there you have it, folks. That is Atlas for you. This was a lot to cover. Thanks for sticking around. Check out Atlas. Let me know your thoughts. And until next time, keep prompting.